The all-new 22 Civic, now on sale at Team Honda on Siegen Lane.
Happy King's Day.
That's what I hear.
Yes.
So the start of Carnival season officially?
Today.
So now for those who are very superstitious when it comes to the king cakes, you can start having the king cakes?
You can have as many king cakes as you'd like starting today.
Did you have a slice?
I partook.
I did too.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it a little bit. Callie brought us some from The Heavenly Donut.
That's right.
Savory and a sweet one today.
We'll get into that a little bit later on. Because the day is also bringing us, actually that's not a bad start to our Thursday, our Friday Eve here in South Louisiana. A few scattering of clouds. The sun has risen over South Louisiana.
It has.
Temperature ain't bad at all right now.
I tell you, significantly warmer than what we've seen over the last few days. And yesterday was warm. It was warm, I'd say.
Yeah.
Didn't have to wear a coat, didn't have to wear one today, but you will need to bring an umbrella today for a little bit of light showers passing through.
This is the front that Steve's been talking about. It's going to be kind of late morning, early afternoon kind of a deal, and we're still going to hit the lower 70s as he's talking about. But then you get into that 10-day forecast, and as this front moves through, it's going to start making the temperatures that much cooler as the evening comes on, and then you see the low tonight into tomorrow morning, a light freeze.
Yes, so beware, be prepared for it. Steve has been talking about that, so it doesn't catch you off guard. Just want to make sure you know.
Just make sure you know. Making sure you know about this as well. Happening at 2:30, we're expecting Governor John Bell Edwards to step to the podium, step to the microphone, talk a little bit about where the state is when it comes to COVID-19.
That's it. As we continue to watch the case count climb with the Omicron variant taking over, he just wants to provide an update of how the state is responding here and how we're moving forward, especially as students really go back to school this week and next week.
The case count from yesterday was just, you look at it and we've seen obviously the Department of Health update their dashboard for, we're going on like 2 years now. And so when you see a 24-hour case count of more than 10,000,
that's alarming.
It is. And now, as you mentioned, with students going back to school in force this week and next week, one of our biggest districts, Livingston, goes back to school. So yeah, a lot of focus on that. We'll see what the governor has to say. 2:30.
Today, right here on WAFB Plus and on the 9 News app.
There you go. Because of COVID and everything going on right now, some changes happening within state-run prisons in Louisiana.
So DOC has come out and said they are not allowing any in-person visitation at any of the state prison facilities. And this, of course, is just to mitigate COVID-19 spread. They're trying to keep everyone safe, not only the inmates, but people who work there, people who have to visit.
Sure.
There are routine people who do have to make visits, like vendors and contractors.
Right.
Those people are being tested routinely, but they're really trying to limit the amount of people who are coming in and out of these facilities.
So because of that, obviously they don't want to stop contact completely with family of those on the inside. And so what they're going to allow now is two free phone calls every week per inmate to family or friends, that kind of thing. A way still to stay in touch as we kind of push through all this. But yeah, it really is all about mitigating right now the spread of COVID.
And again, we'll let you know when this changes again, but this is going to go based on the state's data for COVID cases.
Yeah, right now they're saying just indefinite, based on exactly that. There is a giveaway. Okay, we've only got about 15 minutes left of this particular Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank giveaway. But there are some others in the future we can tell you about.
That's it. This one was over at the Galilee Baptist Church in Livingston Parish. But if you missed it, there's another one happening this Saturday. It's an Adopt a Senior event over at Choctaw Drive. So if you want to participate in that, whether you want to volunteer or you need food, make your way on out. And that's not the only event. There's happening all next week, too.
Yeah, Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank is obviously the major player here. They help supply all the food pantries and that kind of thing, as well as some of these smaller food drives. But GBR Food Bank is the big bad boy on the block, and they are able to get everywhere, the parishes they serve. And so again, this one ends in about 15 minutes, sorry. But if you go to their calendar, the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank calendar, you can literally step through. This is obviously the one that's going on right now, the mobile distribution giveaway in Livingston. But check this out. Slide down to the next week. You've got 1, 2 in Ascension Parish, 11th and 12th. You got EBR, you got Iberville.
Yeah.
So they are hitting they're coming to you if you need.
Yes, and remember, to make these things happen, they also need volunteers to help them. In the new year, they're certainly going to need volunteers and donations. So please keep that giving spirit going, even though we're past the holidays. They could always use your help.
You know, it's at this time of year as well, then you think about food on the table and getting what can be to that table. I tell you what, getting a king cake to the table seems almost like an extravagant luxury sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But here we go. Welcome to King's Day. today, the start of Carnival season.
And we've been talking about this all morning. So Caleb is live at the Heavenly Donut, one of the many bakeries here in our region that does king cake so well. And obviously, some families have favorites, and that's okay. If your family's been going to Oak Point for all these years, if you've been going to Gambino's for all these years, or Ambrosia, it's okay to have a favorite, but we want you to let us know. Please. Chime in on Instagram, on Twitter, or on Facebook, and let us know who has the best king cake. But it's really hard to do one wrong.
You know what? We want you to brag a little bit. Coming up on Let's Talk Thursday on the YouTubes, we're going to be talking a little bit about the beginning of Carnival season, all things Carnival, as we kind of start to think about what's to come. Tell us your favorite spot to get those king cakes. Let us know why yours are the best.
Is it savory?
Is it
what's it filled with?
Is it savory? Is it sweet? Is it savory and sweet? Exactly. So that's on Let's Talk Thursday, coming up YouTube here in a little bit.
Yes.
Can't believe it's that time.
I know.
Something that's coming up tonight, big time. And you're looking at a picture of an absolute legend in LSU basketball history, or just LSU athletics history, period. Simone Augustus. She's back at the PMAC tonight. But why?
LSU is honoring her retirement from the WNBA. They've already retired her jersey in 2010. But tonight, big deal to hang her jersey up in the rafters.
It's still there.
Yeah.
It's been there. It's been there.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, it has been there.
Kim Mulkey was talking about how she'd like to see a monument next to Shaq's out there.
Yeah.
It'd be cool, but cool to see her recognized in this way.
That's the thing.
Not only is she legendary, as you said here, winning a gold medal, dedicating that to Baton Rouge. I mean, when you talk about someone who's still got a lot of love for the purple and gold, she's it.
And one of the reasons they're doing it tonight is obvious. They're taking on South Carolina. It's like the Dale Brown dedication of the court. When did they do it? They did it when Kentucky was in town. No better team to do it against. South Carolina, the #1 ranked team in the country, is in town. So yeah, I don't know. We were joking this morning. Maybe see if Simone has a little eligibility left. Yeah, maybe.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
You could ask.
It never hurts to ask.
But this woman was part of 5 straight Final Fours. 04, 05, 06, 07, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow.
Those are the years. 5 straight Final Fours.
That's impressive.
And I think, and you guys out there can correct me if I'm wrong, I think in 2005, it was a loss in the Final Four to Baylor and Kim Mulkey. I think that was, again, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong. I know it was a loss to Baylor, but was that Kim Mulkey's first
season
title
with the Bears?
Well, first title with the Bears in 2005, because you'd been there for a few years before
trivia.
that. But yeah, that was the 05 season. But yeah, so she helped just throw LSU into the national spotlight.
Sounds like it.
I mean, it's just her and Big Sil, Sylvia Fowles. So they're going to recognize Simone Augustus tonight.
Yeah.
It is a 7 o'clock tip. They're talking about whiteout. They're not, there's no mandates in place out there, but you know what? With everything going on, put the mask on. Everybody will still hear you as you're yelling. But it should be a lot of fun.
Yes, indeed. Pack the PMAC tonight.
There you go.
And so on this Thursday, on this King's Day, on this day where LSU has an exciting night ahead, well, we're talking about all the things we look forward to. Looking forward to tomorrow, talking about a hopeful Tigers win. Looking forward to more king cake tomorrow. Lots of things to look forward to on the Plus.
Wait, do we have time between now and the Plus?
Yeah.
Or now and YouTube to go get more king cake?
I think so. You got 40 seconds probably.
40?
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Mad dash. Use your long legs in stride. Go get a slide.
But they're old. They're old and brittle.
I believe in you.
They're old and brittle. Okay, so again, one more time before you head out and before you join us on the YouTubes, just pay attention to the weather today. It is that changing forecast. That front's going to push through. It's going to knock down those temps. You're certainly going to feel it tonight, and then that light freeze overnight into tomorrow morning.
Heads up for it. So pull out your warm coats. Keep them out, because you never know as we dip back into the cool high 37s.
Dip back into the cool.
Dip
Look at you. Is it? I feel like you want to reach out and grab it.
Oh, I think you can.
Reach out and grab it.
Just harness the power. Grab within.
Wasn't that Wonka Vision and Charlie and Chocolate Factory? You go there and tell. Is that thing real?
I think you can make it happen.
I mean, it should be.
You would be the person with the powers to make that happen.
The Jetsons cars and the Wonka Vision?
Yes.
Where's all my stuff?
Come on. I mean, we are living in OTT land, on WAFB Plus land.
Exactly.
Where we're broadcasting to you from a special studio far, far away from the mothership studio. So anything is possible.
You're
man.
right.
Anything.
Possible. So welcome to just kind of Let's Talk Thursday. We do it every Thursday here in the OTT part of the world. Today we figured we'd talk a little bit about welcome to the start of Carnival season. It is, well, 12th night would be last night for those Catholic friends out there watching.
Yes.
12th night would be last night, Epiphany today. So there you go. Welcome to the start of Carnival season. Enjoy your king cakes. It means many things to many different people, but for a lot of folks down here in South Louisiana, it really is that ability to carry over some of the fun and some of the festivity from the holiday season into a brand new Carnival season. There are, I mean, raise your hand out there if you know people or if you are people who never put the tree away. You got the faux tree that just goes from red and green.
Right.
You just take all that stuff down. You put up the Carnival colors, and then you leave it up for what? I don't know. Let's see. 4th of July rolls around.
In COVID world, if it makes you happy,
do you think?
Leave it up as long as you like.
Do you think?
It's the beauty of it.
So we'd love to hear what you're focused on as Carnival season kind of gets going. Do you have a particular? Do you have a? I don't want to call you.
Oh,
I don't want to
call
you
me out
favorite,
for this.
Favorite bakery?
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, I thought you were going to say favorite king cake.
Yeah, okay,
well,
that's better. That's exactly better because
Yeah.
we won't get a whole bunch of crazy emails. Is there a favorite king cake?
I think any cream cheese filling with strawberry filling, those two together.
I think you're right. No, I think you're right.
My goodness.
I think you're right. Johnny Asian today on the morning show came down hard on the boudin
Oh yeah,
king
he
cakes.
came in with a hot take.
He did.
He says it's not a king cake if it has boudin in it.
He might have said it's trash. He might have said garbage.
Those are fighting words.
They might be fighting words. Because there's some folks out there who like some savory with some sweet. You know, it's not exactly chicken and waffles kind of thing. But
it's a good comparison.
You know, exactly. Who doesn't like some chicken and waffles? But boudin king cake can be an acquired taste. But Johnny not having it. Actually, Steve not a big, gigantic fan of it either.
Really?
No, I've had it. It does, you know, because look, man, you do a little bit of everything now, but everybody grew up on the sweet, obviously the sugar king cakes. I mean, who didn't? But now you try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that, and they introduce this option, and I like a little change every once in a while.
I suppose it's how you define it. So if you're going by traditional king cake values, no,
of course
boudin king cake would not count.
Right.
But if you like to mix it up, if you like a little bit of change, there's nothing wrong with throwing some boudin and bacon in it.
Who was it? Was it Johnny or Steve this morning talking about there was a sushi king cake?
Oh, yeah.
But it's not really, it was just in the shape of a...
Right.
So
that's
not all king cakes are created equal, that kind of a thing.
No.
So, but wherever you're getting yours from, hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you get to have multiple. And again, as we always say, the king cake calories don't count.
Yes. And
That's law.
Duh.
Yeah.
Because who's going to try to diet during this time?
It's tough.
Right?
It's rough. I know. All these New Year's resolutions.
Impossible.
Bye.
Impossible. So we take it seriously around here on the morning show because we like to do, you know, pre-COVID, potlucks were a thing, but now with Mardi Gras season around the corner, we like to do king cake swaps. And so there are very strict rules when it comes to it. Our executive producer, in fact, laying out the rules in a staff-wide email. And staff, we're talking morning show
crew.
Folks.
Right.
So she wanted it to be known of what the rules are because last year we had a debacle. 2 people were fighting over who touched the baby, and that resulted in no one bringing king cake for a month. A month, Matt.
And that's what you're seeing right here. Look, if you're watching, go down to number 3. If you cut into the king cake and the knife touches the baby, you have to bring the next king cake. Now, why do these rules have to be spelled out like this? Why do you think that? Because it's happened before.
Yeah.
And Liz, today on day 1 of King Cake Day, 2 king cakes were brought into the break room, and what do you think happened?
Somebody touched the baby with the knife. And let me tell you, we're going to show you a picture here, and they violated the rules. So typically when you cut into a cake, you see the baby, you claim the baby. Those are just the rules.
That's how you work.
Those are the rules.
And
then you bring the next king
the next one.
But then you got people who like to skirt around it.
Yeah, we know those people.
And
there's actually, you know, the best part about it, there's security cameras in the break room. Who do we need to talk to about getting access to that?
Our chief engineer.
Chief engineer.
Someone left the baby mid-delivery.
That
baby's hanging in limbo. Hey, look at the way they angled it so they wouldn't. Do you see the way that incision is cut?
That is not
Look
right.
at that. That's cheating.
I didn't have one of the sweet ones this morning. There was 2 king cakes I brought
Yeah.
in. One was the boudin one.
Right.
And so I wanted to try that one, give that one another shot.
Right.
I did not have any of the sweet one, that one. So I'm good. I'm safe on this one. Check the security cameras. The fact that we have them in the break room is hilarious.
Because people cannot be trusted.
We so need to check that. Look, if we check it, we find it, we see it,
That's an exclusive here.
We're absolutely going to show you.
Yes.
All right, so there you go. Enjoy whatever king cake, however many you're getting from wherever you're getting them.
Right, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
'Cause this is something to celebrate.
Yeah.
We're glad it's back.
Yes.
Go out and support a small business and let us know where your family loves getting king cakes from, because we'd like to know too.
There you go.
In the meantime, we'll see you back on the best day, Friday. Bye.